Hello, my name's Peter. I'm one of the Brickwork lecturers at Moulton College. I just need to tell you that you'll be able to ask questions in the chat box, and these will be answered throughout the session. All questions and answers will be published along with a copy of this presentation on the Moulton College Virtual Opening Day landing page on our website. Okay, let's move into the presentation. So as I said, my name's Peter, one of the team in the Brickwork department at Moulton College. I've been a bricklayer since 1979 when I started my apprenticeship with Simons of Lincoln, a fairly large company at the time across in Lincolnshire. I did very well at college. I enjoyed my time there, had some great tutors, made some great friends. When I finished, I travelled Europe for a short period of time and did quite a bit of work in some large companies and small companies, from house building and obviously major contracts. I've trained bricklayers in the Middle East, which was really enjoyable when I spent 4 years out there. And alongside my career in further education, which I've thoroughly enjoyed, I've always maintained my active participation as a bricklayer. So why would you want to be a bricklayer? It's been fantastic to me, but why would you choose it? Well, it's a skill that once you have, you will always have. It's transportable, you can take it with you, and there'll always be work. Over the next 10 years, there's going to be a significant growth in house building, so there will be plenty of opportunities for working and for earning. On an earning capacity, bricklayers get paid very well. The average income is £946 a week. Some earn more than that, of course, some earn less. It's the average. And many bricklayers move into self-employment and become general builders in their own right. You will work on a range of construction contracts, from small works, extensions, house building, which is where the significant majority of people are employed, and obviously large contracts, quite often financed through the public purse. There are great opportunities within the construction industry, and I'll look at that in the next slide. And of course, if you enjoy working outside, this is a sector and a specific trade for you. Like me, you'll get to work with loads of different people and fantastic people that you will, I'm sure, be friends with for many years. And at the end of the day, when you go home, you can look back and you can just see what you've built and take some real pride in knowing that you've built something that's going to be there for many years to come. So the career opportunities, obviously, as a bricklayer, you can become a general builder, a trade foreman, where you'll be responsible for the work of yourself quite often and others, a site supervisor and manager, where you'll manage lots of different trades, and obviously beyond that into full contracts management, where you will have potentially a number of large contract sites and across a number of regions. The building control officers, working for local authorities in planning control, ensuring that buildings are constructed as they should be. And of course, a significant number of bricklayers are self-employed and therefore run their own businesses. And I shouldn't forget what I currently do, which is you can progress into a teaching role and pass on those skills and knowledge that you've developed to others, which is a really enjoyable place to be. So why would you want to come to Moulton College? Well, the workshop facilities there are fantastic. Huge opportunities for you to build large models. We're not constrained for space. We have excellent links with local and national employers to support your development. They're very keen to ensure that when you graduate from the college, you're just the person that they're looking for. You'll have training sessions that are delivered by industry experts. Everyone that works at Moulton within the construction department has a strong construction background, and you will be pushed and motivated, encouraged and supported to achieve well, producing really high practical skills and to succeed with higher grades and the best that you possibly can achieve. We'll also help you develop the characteristics and behaviours that industry demands. They're looking for a particular type of people that can work outside, be flexible, be self-motivated, good team players, and will help you develop those behaviours. And you will also be encouraged to further develop your maths and English. Clearly, in a construction environment, we have a significant need for people who are numerate and literate. We use an awful lot of information sources where complex language is quite often used, and of course calculations, quantities of materials and prices, it will become our bread and butter activity. So focusing on maths and English alongside your main vocational qualification is key. When you look at where you will start your career in bricklaying, the vast majority of learners will access through a level 1 programme and progress through to level 2 and ultimately onto a level 3. At level 3, you will start to explore the site supervisory competencies, where you will manage not only yourself but others and plan work for yourself and others. And beyond that, we have opportunities for you to move into higher education. And if you're looking to access professional roles within the construction industry, then progressing through to HE, higher education, will be very important to you. You will need to have 4 GCSEs at grades 1 to 2 in order to move into the level 1 diploma, and obviously that requirement for GCSEs starts to increase when you look at the level 2 access and the level 3 access as shown on the slides there. But speak to us as soon as you have your grades, and we can obviously talk to you about the right access point for you within this particular pathway. What will you learn? Well, you'll be on a programme of study, which is a combination of different qualifications. You will do your main qualification. That will be a City and Guilds diploma in brickwork at either levels 1, levels 2 and level 3. So City and Guilds being a very large awarding organisation, very recognisable. And at level 1, you will learn primarily about brickwork and blockwork alongside health and safety and the principles of construction, which is an understanding of the wider construction industry and how other trades participate and work alongside us. You will also carry out a work placement. You'll be required to attend a work placement for at least 30 hours. We will work with you to help you find that placement and ensure that the company that you go to provide you with opportunities to further develop those skills and behaviours that they will ultimately be looking for. You will develop your employability skills, as I said, those behaviours, those characteristics, the DNA of a bricklayer that industry is looking for. And you will also have an opportunity to further develop maths and English, as we've already spoken about. The work placements, we've had some real success. We will try and find somewhere for you that is accessible, that provides the right sort of skills and knowledge development opportunities. And that may be as last year, where we had a number of really positive outcomes with housing contractors, some smaller builders, where you will be working in a very tight-knit gang of people. We even had some learners last year go to builders merchants, where they were able to develop their understanding of a huge range of construction materials and understand how all of the construction personnel link together in order to complete successfully projects. So are there any additional costs? Well, what you will need to provide, you'll need to provide your own safety footwear. You'll need to wear clothes that are appropriate for working in a practical environment. And you will need to wear a high-vis top, as you can see in the photograph there on the screen. You'll need to come prepared for learning, as you do at school. So your pens, pencils, scale rulers, erasers and notepad will be useful. And we would encourage you to bring along a 5-metre tape, a Marshalltown jointing iron of that specific size, 10 to 15 millimetres. And of course, if there are any other tools that you have that you particularly like using, you're more than welcome to use those, but we will be providing everything else. A typical timetable, you'll be at college for a number of days a week, at approximately 18 hours. The vast majority of that will be brickwork related, and whilst you're in the brickwork, the large percentage of your brickwork time will be in practical. There will be theory sessions. Clearly, you need to be able to understand the principles behind construction activity and then apply it in your practical. Maths and English, an integral part of your development as a bricklayer. Your work-related study, the personal behaviour development and welfare, where you will understand wider concepts of just being a well-rounded individual, and work-related study, of course, where we will be preparing you for work. So 18 hours a week across a range of activities, and you will be required to participate fully in all of them. And what else would be useful for you to know? The course has been designed to allow students to progress as quickly as you can. That means what we'll be looking for is for you to work at your own pace and not be constrained or held back by the pace of others. So if you can push on and work through the programme, that's fantastic. We'll be able to give you additional skills development opportunities so that when you do graduate successfully with high grades, hopefully you will be really employable. You'll be at the top of the list for employers. In addition to the College Code of Conduct, we will be expecting you to demonstrate those behaviours demanded by industry, and there's a whole raft of those that we will share with you at induction, and it's really important that you do understand those and start to develop and apply them. That's what the industry is really looking for. And obviously, if you have any questions, please enter your questions in the chat box opposite, and my colleagues will do their best to answer them. Thank you for your time.